What up, YouTube? Denny in Saigon. Thanks for watching my videos. Appreciate your time. You could also like and subscribe if you're feeling generous. I'm an American expat. I live in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, the city of Saigon. Originally Saigon, and then after the war, Ho Chi Minh City. It's about 16 million people, 15, 16 million people, somewhere in that number. Big city in South Vietnam. If you're an American, Vietnam is on the other side of the planet, closer to the equator. I'm 12 hours away from my mom when I call home. And it took me a long time to get here. I actually came here through Cambodia. And, I had to fly through China. Went through Beijing. Went through the airport in Beijing. That was, I'll never forget that experience. I tell you, you've never seen a line form until you've seen one form at an airport in Beijing. I arrived in Cambodia late in, I think it was April of just 2016, wasn't it? I think so. And yeah, I got on a tuk-tuk and took it out of the airport area in Phnom Penh. First living creature I saw besides the tuk-tuk driver was a rat. And couldn't have been a more suitable icon for my stay in Cambodia. But I like Cambodia. I like the Khmer people. They're pretty nice. I did make good friends there. I love my students in Cambodia. They're sweet little kids. But I had a hard time living in Cambodia, and Vietnam has been much nicer to me. Get out this guy's way. He's looking for his phone or something. Yeah, I gotta drive across the city every day, and so sometimes I make videos. Just pull my phone out and hit record on my secret recorder app. Make a video. Start talking. Start rambling into my phone. Gives you a chance to see what it's like on the other side of the planet. What is it like? It's pretty nice, actually. It's pretty daggone nice. The weather's comfortable here. I'm comfortable today. It does get hot in Vietnam. It gets pretty damn hot. It gets hot in the USA too. It gets hot in the South. It gets hot in Indiana too, but it's just like a humid heat. I'm not explaining here, but yeah, it gets pretty kind of hot in Vietnam. Sometimes I get distracted. I'll try not to do that. There's a lot going on when I'm driving through traffic here and I'm talking into my phone. A lot of things I want to show you, but I don't always get a chance to slow down and show you. I do see interesting things. I saw an accident the other night, and I caught that on camera. And you just see the most interesting things. I saw a fight yesterday between a Vietnamese guy and an expat, a foreigner, some foreigner. I don't think he was American. I couldn't really pick up his accent, but it wasn't American. I tried to record it, but it didn't work out. So that happens sometimes. I gotta navigate through this here intersection. She's turning. There's a car coming. I'm gonna try to beat it. I don't usually do that, but I judged I had time that time. Not safe to go in front of cars here. That's what happened to the two girls the other night. They they ran right into the front of a car. I don't know what they were thinking, but not everybody is good drivers, and you know. Yeah, I know. If I'm talking into my phone and I don't use perfect English, don't bust my balls, will ya? I understand. I just speak like I speak, you know. If I write something academic, I'll use correct grammar. Okay. Otherwise, maybe not. Right now, I'm just teaching little kids. Anyways, it's pretty easy. Not a lot of opportunity to teach any serious grammar. Teaching mostly pronunciation for little kids, if I can say that right. And it's a lot of fun. I love it, really. I do love it. I'm just having fun with the kids most of the time. Right now, I'm going to go teach preschool. Not my first choice. I don't really like teaching preschool as much because it's a little more work, but not too bad. I just have, you know, some of the little boogers trying to sock me in the nads and stuff. Yeah, they do that. They're pretty, they're lovable little kids. These little kids here in Vietnam, they're loved by their parents, and I can tell by my interaction with the kids that they get lots of affection from their parents and from their family. And they're very affectionate towards their teachers. And I get lots of hugs. And sometimes I get kisses even. I mean, they're just, they like to grab my tie and pull me down and give me a kiss. They're very sweet, and so it's a pleasure to teach here. Not hard work. I've done hard work before. May have to do it again. I'm not really interested in that right now. I am kind of old. Forgive me if I repeat myself. Maybe you watch my videos. You probably haven't, because I think only about 10 people have seen my videos. And 8 of them are NSA. But I'm kind of old, and I can't teach forever here. So eventually I'm going to retire from teaching, and I don't know what I will do. I know a guy who started a language center here, and he's doing pretty good, pretty successful. How successful? I'm sure he told me one time. I think, you know, Red Viking Trucker on YouTube. He's 6-figure trucker. I'm sure this guy's making 6 figures. He's probably doing as good as Red Viking is with his language center over here. I don't know how hard he's got to work, but I don't know what's all involved in running a language center. I mean, I'm just not even trained as a teacher. Just have experience at it now. Here we go. Tight fit. Yeah, traffic in Vietnam, man. Traffic in Southeast Asia, period. You don't, I don't know if you need a license to drive here or not, man. I mean, I've heard differing opinions about that, but I've been getting away with it for 2 years. They're not... They have a laid-back attitude in Asia about most things, I think, you know. It is a communist country. I don't want to be, you know, too political, and I don't know anything about the politics of this country. I just know I love the people. Of course, I am political at home, and I think they expect that. Everyone expects Americans to have strong opinions about American politics, right? That should be, I mean, Americans are polarized and propagandized and radicalized and all kinds of eyes, socially engineered every day. So usually when you meet Americans and you talk to them, they have a strong opinion one way or another, or they're just completely detached from reality. But I love the laid-back attitude toward things here. You know, it's not a federal offense if they catch me driving. Even got me driving drunk one night, and just took a little money from me and sent me on my way. It's a much better process than back home, believe me. Back in the USA, there are 2 tiers of justice now, of course, you probably heard. I get so sick of hearing that crap. The two tiers of justice, and I'm not a lawyer, don't take my legal advice, but I do have a thimble full of common sense. It's justice or it's injustice. That's what it's called. That's the tier that Hillary's in. Hillary and her cabal. They're in the tier of injustice. They get to just do whatever they want. Justice for the rest of us, you know, they're gonna bust your balls if your dog craps in the street and you don't pick it up right now, guaranteed you're gonna get fined and they're gonna bust your balls on it. You better pay the fine. You better pay every penny of it. You know, or it'll be a federal offense. It'll evolve into a big ass ordeal. Every little thing you do in the USA is illegal for you. Even ham sandwiches are illegal. Everybody knows. It's a nation of laws. And why do I say ham sandwiches are illegal? Because you know the saying, you can indict a ham sandwich. And why can you indict a ham sandwich? Well, because they're illegal, of course. And so everything could be turned into something illegal in the USA. You should know that. If you're 50 years old and you've been living in the USA, you know that. You've been around. It's a state law, it's a city ordinance, whatever. Whatever. It's a very serious offense. It warrants a thorough investigation. Yeah. I get kind of sick of hearing about the two tiers of justice. The word justice is supposed to be synonymous with the truth, you know, with honor, as in Honorable Judge Lefty presiding. Well, Judge Lefty, which tier of honor are you in? Are you in this tier over here, honorable, or are you over here in the partially honorable tier? Whatever. Whatever. I tell you, I don't know how people can stomach that shit. You watch the news every day, and it just. How do you not go crazy? How do you not realize that you're living in a banana-flavored republic in the USA? It's just turned into it's just completely owned by some foreign crime syndicate. Apparently. You know? I mean, they've uncovered texts and emails between all kinds of senior officials in the Justice Department and the FBI. People running, you know, smear companies like Glenn Simpson from Fusion GPS, you know, the State Department, the DOJ, all these people in all these places sending emails and texts talking about how they're going to frame Trump and exonerate Hillary. And then the media, they're just part of that. They're just part of that cabal. They don't even report on it. As much as possible, they cover it up. Oh, what does it conclude? What do we conclude after reading all these texts and emails? Well, Trump's a Russian agent is what we conclude. They're the media. They're just part of the big cabal to frame Trump. They're just in on it. They care. Bob Woodward's book and the anonymous letter, which probably was written by the Washington Times. They're part of the cabal. They're all part of it. They're totally taken over by the CIA, I guess. I guess the CIA has completely taken over the media. And you know, I know there's Fox News. Fox News is pretty much they're not as lefty as CNN or NBC, and they tell some portions of truth sometimes. Yes, they do. They'll tell you more than the other ones will. The other ones will hide most of it. The other one, CNN, is just completely just a mouthpiece for the CIA. I mean, they just rename it CIA. It's who it is. The anonymous sources, just call anonymous sources. The CIA says. The CIA says Trump is a Russian agent. The CIA says Trump is a bigot. The CIA says that Trump is a racist. The CIA says that Trump is a nationalist, white supremacist. He's something, man. He's a bad businessman. He's crazy. He's off his rocker. He's something. You got to believe something. They've thrown everything at him. They've thrown everything you could possibly throw at a guy just to see what would stick. What will people believe? It's really amazing, man. And the latest news is about the email from Google that Google was sending around. Google was completely down with the plan of getting Hillary elected. They were doing all they could. they were calling it, what did she call it? A kind of a secret donation. It's just like a secret donation. We're just going to help Hillary win. I'm sure Google and Facebook and Twitter were all doing the same damn things. And they're still doing it. That's what it's about, censoring all the conservatives. No doubt, Hillary and Obama said censor these guys, and that's what they're doing. So, what a giant cabal against Trump, and yet he still won. Kind of restores my faith in my country. Feels like I got more immediate problems. I think I might have a flat. Luckily, I can still ride a motorbike on flat for a ways. You find air everywhere here. Yeah, it's a cabal. It's a cabal. It is a big ass, ugly ass tentacle of a big global octopus that's running the world, man. Trying like hell to run the world. And I think there's the other secret societies involved, secret groups, secret fraternal organizations, secret brotherhoods, networks of good old boys and good old gals. And that's the deep state. It's more than just entrenched in America. This is a global thing. I think the American version is just a tentacle of it. Whatever it is, man, it's totally illegal. It's completely treasonous. It's completely treasonous. Completely the enemy of the American people, and really the enemy of all free people around the world. You know, you can sit there and debate about what it is they really want, but definitely they want power. They want to control people. And of course, they're steering us all into places where they can control us more and more and more. Time to throw this crap off. It all hinges on that 2020 election, I tell you. If the Dems get into power, it's going to be all over. They're going to really lock stuff down. They're going to be like little gremlins in Trump's administration, man. They're going to totally take everything apart. But if somehow the Republicans should retain things, then Sessions is gone. If Trump can somehow appoint somebody in that position who will look into this stuff, I don't know. But I'll believe that when I see it. I like to believe it. I like to believe they can find somebody. For God's sakes, don't get rid of Jeff Sessions and then put in fucking Gowdy. I'm sorry, freaking Gowdy. Don't put in any of the deep state goon bags who've been around Washington for a long time. I suggest you find somebody from Iowa or Indiana or anywhere, but not Washington, D.C., I would suggest. You put them in that position and you let them go after these bastards. But it all hinges on that election. That 2020 election is a big deal, and the tech companies are working their asses off. The DNC's working their ass off to make sure as many illegals vote as possible. They're doing all they can, believe me. Got Obama coming back, trying to take credit for everything Trump's did. They've done that. They start out doing that. You know they're going to do that. If something good happens, it was something Obama did. If something bad happens, it's Trump's fault. That's just their go-to narrative. Yeah, it's definitely Trump's economy, man. Definitely. I think you'd have to be a buffoon, and there's plenty of them. There's plenty of buffoons. But there's shitloads of buffoons who have economics degrees that they tout, and they would say, yeah, this is all Obama's doing. Obama did this. He loved the country so much, I could tell. Obama, the guy who wouldn't salute the flag, wouldn't wear the flag pin on his lapel, versus Trump, who hugs the flag like it's his grandma. Yeah. Yeah, what a world. I guess that's enough of my political rant. I'm almost to my school. Yeah, thanks for watching my video. Ooh, did you see her? Ooh. These girls are hot. Don't tell them I told you that. It's a secret.